y'all? About to watch a new Sensitive Society video. I'm not really sure I know much about the creator they're speaking on, but let's get into it. Don't forget to watch me live on BX Beast Boy Live. Should be linked on my homepage. See what's going down.
I don't know about you guys, but I think it's finally time the one, the only Kaceytron gets her standalone video, because I've never fully dedicated a video to mostly her. It's always, yeah, we're going to talk about her, but first let's talk about Denims, Frogan, Hamas, Piker, and others. You know, a lot of other people come to mind, but those are kind of like the first ones, right? And then if we have time, we'll talk about Kaceytron, because out of everyone,
so she's in that type of group.
She's like the most irrelevant. No one really cares for her, but I woke up today willing to take a risk, all right? Dedicate a video to mainly her and her stupidity and the crash out and her playing the victim even further, and then play the guys I used to be homeless card, because I guess she wants empathy, sympathy for us. Spoiler alert, it ain't gonna work, little bro. Very quickly before we get into it, my evil twin has kidnapped me and told me to tell you guys to plug his channel on the main channel. So in case you guys don't know, I do have an evil twin. We've been dropping a lot of bangers, truth be told. So make sure you check it out. It's speed for plugging his shitty fucking channel. Now we can get into it. So really quick, in case you guys don't know, Kaceytron is one of the people that is currently being sued by Ethan Klein. One of them is Frogan and Denims, and I think someone else, but I'm pretty sure it's those two plus Kaceytron. I mean, if we look at her GoFundMe, it's raised close to 50K, which is quite surprising to me, considering I guess she's the least relevant out of the three. This shocked me. And this is how
they just hate Ethan Klein that much.
Pretty much everything got started. Ethan Klein claims Kaceytron offered him a settlement of $17,000, which he rejected. Kaceytron, you've raised $44,000. You offer me $17K. That leaves...
That is kind of suspect. It's kind of odd. Why only 17,000 when you raise 44,000? Yeah, that's pretty suspect. So I didn't know much about this person in particular. What I do know of the Ethan Klein lawsuit involving all of Hassan's lackeys.
27,000. It's like, yeah, she just wants to pay very little and keep the rest. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
is that even legal? Under no circumstances have you paid your lawyers $27,000. What were you planning on doing with the remaining money? Try to catch a pay date. I rejected her offer, obviously. Now, Mr. Klein, I could tell you what she wanted to spend her money on. More drugs, because she's a druggie, drug addict, whatever you guys want to call it. Damn. It's like, if you want to do that, go right ahead, right? I'm not judging anyone. This is a judgment-free zone, all right? Everyone is welcome. But how are you...
Is it something that's like heavy, or is it just green? I know I ain't got no problem with green.
Going to be begging for money, yet still spend money getting high. It's like, so are you broke, or are you selectively broke? Or are you that much of an addict that you can't stop buying weed even though you're broke? Which, yeah, that makes you an addict. Guys, I'm so broke and I can't eat and I need a GoFundMe, but I'm still gonna spend money on weed and Laboo. So got his and her Laboo.
So it's green. I ain't got no problem with green. If you're not taking care of your priorities, though, that
boost for me and my man. How are you, bro, begging for money, yet you still have time to go on a little vacay and get laboo-boos? It's like, I see you spending your GoFundMe money quite wisely. Paying lawyers, maybe get a better settlement. Fuck that. Let's get some fucking laboo-boos, matcha, and Dubai chocolate. And laboo-boo Dubai chocolate, right, guys? Because that's where I need to spend my money, obviously. What the fuck? And then this was pretty much what inspired me to make this video. It says, I'm going to try and not break down while reading this, guys. It's quite emotional, so hopefully you bear with me here. I come from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence. Okay, I was going to say a joke, but let's just be real for a second. Let's be humane for a second, right? I've had firearms pointed at me for defending my mother from abuse. Privileged people like Ethan/AB will never know the violence of poverty. Okay, now I really want to make jokes about this. What Ethan is doing with his millions is class warfare to silence criticism discussing. All right.
I don't want to compare life story, but Yeah, no, I'm from the streets. I don't even got to go into detail on some sad story shit. What the hell is this though? This ain't the most emotional manipulation ass shit. Like, nah, I don't care about none of that. As I don't expect you to care about none of mine.
Right, brokey, shut your bitch ass up. Playing this whole fucking victim character like, oh no, guys, I used to be poor at some point and poverty, and I'm getting bullied by this multi-millionaire who's bullying this small streamer. Well, if you didn't want to end up in that situation, you could have been smarter and actually not fuck around and find out. I don't know how that's shocking. And it's like Ethan and Hila were broke before. I remember very vividly, there was this story about how they went to a grocery store and they were going to make something and they couldn't afford I believe it was a bell pepper, and they had to put it back. That was like an awakening for them. Like, why are people acting, and by people I mean like Kaceytron and others, why are people acting like Ethan and Hila were
like they were born rich? Like, I remember when it was broke, when I actually watched their content. And don't get me wrong, Ethan Klein is a woke ass individual to his damn self, but yeah, I do think that the stuff that Hassan's lackey's been doing been way too far. I think that they went way too far, and they went beyond too far. And it's expected for, I guess you could say, them to, or people to be okay with it no matter what. Yeah, I don't like that. It's just wild. Even if I'm not even aware of this person in particular, which now I'm starting to be reminded a little bit.
People babies and they've been multi-billionaires their whole life. That is not the situation. Ethan and Hila have faced very hard financial times. I don't know if it's the same poverty that Kaceytron has faced, but it's like, yeah, we know. But it's like this comment, this little speech about, guys, I come from poverty and drug abuse. It's like, okay, well, that's on you, and you're 40 years old. You can fix that, all right? Stop blaming everyone else for your problems that you might have. It's like, sure, when you're a little kid / teen / maybe early 20s, it's like, sure, I mean, that's kind of like the life you fell into. But if you're 30 or 40, you gotta stop blaming your parents and actually do something with your life. I don't know. I can't imagine being a failure in life and blaming my mom for not giving me something that I wanted when I was a little kid because we were poor. It's like, come on. Sure, that applies if you're a little kid, but when you're 40 like Kaceytron is, it's like, you gotta grow up. You gotta stop begging for money, and you gotta do something with your life, all right? Stop trying to play the fucking victim. Guys, I used to be poor. Well,
just stop. That's the main thing. Stop trying to play a victim, right? They're using that to raise funds. Like, that's just nasty. Do your content, create your stuff, get your clips out. That's it. Live stream. It's whatever.
Womp womp. I don't know what to tell you. It's like womp womp womp. I don't care, little bro. You're 40. Do something with your life instead of smoking weed and stealing people's content. It's like, I don't know. Maybe if you change that, your life might improve. Worth considering, honestly, instead of begging for people to give you money. And then she replies with the story of Ethan that I just told. Can you guys please spare me from here?
You must hate my channel. He must hate my channel. Because I'm for damn sure reacting over here. And that's just...
Hearing about Ethan and Hila's story of having to put the pepper back. This is literally regular life for 90% of people. The fact that they retell this story as some big life trauma just further shows their privilege. I mean, you might have been broke, but you haven't been broke like me. It's like these people constantly move the fucking goalposts so they look more like the victim. That doesn't invalidate their story. Like, are they supposed to suffer more just because you suffer?
You notice how I didn't compare stories. I just let you know. I got my own, you got your own.
For more. I bet if Ethan said, well, yeah, when I was a little kid, 2 of my dogs got killed and that was very sad. And then my mom wouldn't let me get a new one. She would come on here and say, well, that's just average for 80% of the people. I had 3 dogs be taken from me and killed in front of me. So you don't know anything about suffering. It's like, what the fuck? Kaceytron, where's your empathy for the bell pepper story?
Yeah.
Right? Classic, bring family into the situation. All I can say from now on is good luck, Laceytron. And I forgot I left a comment. This person said, come from poverty. Bro, you're still there. Was there any point in your life when you weren't a victim? That's what I want to know. All I know this woman for is smoking weed, getting high, being a horrible person, and playing the victim. That's literally all she's known for.
Damn, he really hates green. This nigga. Damn. Like, what did green do to you? Green, you do nothing but bring happiness.
And of course, I had to leave something because I just found this way too funny. I said, LOL, imagine being broke. You deserve this. Was that kind of mean? Nah. I mean, I don't care. This person says comedy. And it's a tweet by the Jom House, and it says, you could be a victim of childhood abuse / trauma and still be an asshole as an adult. They are mutually exclusive. This is literally just a sneaky reply towards Kaceytron. This is exactly the type of woman she is. Guys, at some point, I was homeless. Guys, at some point, I faced poverty. Please feel bad for me. I want you guys to feel bad for me because... I don't know, you should. Once again, I ask this, how are you broke, yet you have money for fucking Labubus and Dubai chocolate, dude, and boba? It's like, the GoFundMe is being used greatly, guys, alright? Now, do I care that she comes from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence? I don't care. People have it worse.
That got nothing to do with me. Like, I don't feel like I should be forced to care. It's the same way I don't think people should feel forced to care about me. Is what it is.
Kaceytron, compared to you, you had it pretty nice. All right, if we're gonna use her logic and her same talking points, this is nothing compared to what people in third world countries go to. All right, this is nothing to kids who are constantly at war. All right, this is nothing. You lived in America, you privileged bitch. I mean, it's extremely easy to apply that logic towards her. All right, so no, I don't feel bad for her. I don't care. And then the tweets continue from her. You aren't going to threaten my entire livelihood with lawsuits and just get away with it, Ethan Klein. I'm going to expose the suffering that you're making me. An innocent white woman go through every step of the way. I bet she felt like this type.
Why does she have to indicate that she was a white woman? That was kind of weird. That was kind of strange. I get that 50s type of sympathy, huh?
This. Please tell me this is satirical. I think it is, right? This is something that I would type. I'm an innocent white person. How dare you, sir? It's like, bro, shut up. Please stop. This is embarrassing. Don't you have a kid to take care of or a blunt to smoke? Let me get this. Ethan Klein and
yeah, this dude don't like smokers. I do think that was a wild statement. I mean, like, if you was a black woman, would you want less or less fair treatment? I don't get it. That's crazy. That's a wild thing to say. Oh, what's going on?
Announces that Olivia will be taking the mental health break from the H3 podcast amidst the drama. And we got an update about the situation a few hours ago. And yes, Kaceytron is involved. Just trust the process, guys.
Especially Olivia, who's said she's on a mental health break, who quit the show, which is what you fucking scumbags wanted. And that's not enough?
Right.
I thought quitting the show was what made them all saintly. Made them all like, oh, great. Yeah, she's one of the good guys now. No, of course, it was never going to be enough.
Yep.
Now, I get it. Everyone is different. Not everyone could tolerate the same amount of criticism / hate. And this is not to shit talk Olivia by any means, right? No hate towards anyone except Kaceytron, because fuck that bitch. But I think when you do this kind of stuff, in my opinion, when you quit because the enemy wants you to quit, they win. All right. Don't give them that power. I would have stayed on and thrown more shots at whoever directed them towards me, right? But that's me. Not everyone's built the same. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different level of the amount of backlash / hate / criticism they could get. Now, once again, I would have never left the show. I don't care what random losers, and by random losers I mean people like Frogan, Denims, and Kaceytron here. It's like, once again, speaking from my point of view only, if I get into drama, I will never quit, because at that point you're giving them ammunition, and on top of that, it's like, I'm not gonna lose. All right, I'm just not gonna lose.
F all that, 100%. Like, don't, I guess you could say, bow down to them. These people don't want me to quit. Never going to. It's never going to happen. Right? Like, I don't think you should let the crowd or the mob win.
lose because some internet drama by a fucking drug addict. Yeah, dude. I mean, if I lost that battle, I would have to rethink my whole life. How did I let a junkie fucking beat me at this? You know what I mean?
Damn.
And the last Kaceytron tweet we got before she passed out from all the drugs she's been taking, she responded to the video that we just took a look at and says, "My prayers and
I don't even like woke people, but damn the way he talk about smokers now.
The station seems to be paying off." Okay. Good on Olivia. I hope she gives herself grace on this path to a higher self. She's still a young woman. Take it from me, Olivia, a 34-year-old woman. Trust your inner voice. I know it was calling out to you these last years. Learn from this. And then she gives a whole witchcraft thingy, which I don't know how many of you guys out there believe in this kind of stuff. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe on anything. Not to sound corny, but
Nah, I'm Team Jesus. That's what I believe in. That's crazy. That is wow, bro. That the timing of that was nasty work right there. Whoa. Yeah, that was scary actually.
don't believe in stuff like this to help you out. I don't believe in voodoo dolls. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe people could put spells on you. And if that was the case, I would have been dead like 2 years ago. I don't know if I want to get into that, but my
heart beating mad fast right now. I'm Team Jesus, nigga. You ain't gonna scare me out of being Team Jesus.
I used to know someone who would do this kind of stuff. Not this insane, but was kind of into terrifying. All of this. And we didn't end in the best terms. And all I know is that a voodoo doll would have been...
Yeah, I've had people try to cast spells on me. Shoot, on YouTube, man. On YouTube, just because I had different opinions. And I wasn't to be bought or whatever for sale. 100%. There definitely there's people out here doing that type of shit.
Made on me. The cars would have preyed on my downfall, and I would have died in a fucking car accident, or my voodoo doll would have been picked in the fucking head, and I would have gone headshotting. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, so maybe still a possibility, but it would have been done at this point. A fucking sense voodoo doll would have been made, and I would have been fucking dead like 2 years ago. So, do I believe in this? No. Do I believe in anything, period? No. I believe you are responsible for your faith. I don't hold faith in cards. I don't put faith on strangers. I put faith in myself and myself only. And I know that might sound like, you know, I'm a fucking Sigma wolf, but I mean, it is the truth. I've made things happen in my life. I don't sit around, wait for shit to fall on my lap. I wish that was what could happen. It will be a lot easier. But my whole mentality has been, I am responsible for myself. No one else is. I'm not a little kid anymore. I make my own luck. I don't depend on a higher power to make shit happen. I just do it myself. And that's just the way I've been since I was a little kid. Once again, that's just my way. No disrespect to anyone that believes in this or is religious or anything. But in my life, in my situation, everything that's happened, good or bad, has been because of me. I don't shift blame to higher power or, yeah, this is the plan that they wanted for me. It's like, but that's just me. And why am I saying this? Well, because Kaceytron is using these cards. Which ones are these? I don't know if they look familiar, but I mean, I just don't believe in this. And I don't believe this whole argument was done in good faith. It's like, it's fucking Kaceytron. She was probably high out of her mind reading this. And on top of that, I guarantee you this room smells fucking horrible. I mean, Kaceytron is in there. I guarantee she just looks like she smells like shit 24/7. Then you have the weed going, and then you have whatever scent to light these cards up. It's like, I'd rather be anywhere else than be in the room where these pictures were taken. But anyways, that's enough of the Ya Kaceytron for today. Oh, very briefly, very quickly, I should probably talk about this since it's related. I don't care. This will be a rare Elon W. If Elon Musk gets his son banned, I will buy a Tesla. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be wild. That'd be wild. But whoever this Kaceytron person is, I think they sound pretty lame. Outside of the smoking stuff, that's just, hey, I don't care about it. Right, because I'm Team Green my damn self. But that's my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the like button if you want to. And check me out on my live stream channel. You should be able to find it on the homepage.